guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. So today's video is a bit different from what you all are used to seeing here on my channel. And yes, I've been meaning to put out this video, but for some reason I've been procrastinating, but here I am now. So I'm going to be talking about mentorship, and I'll tell you what my personal take is on it. So you know how you can't live long enough to make all the possible mistakes there are in life, and even as young people we're encouraged to fail early so that we can learn fast and then implement whatever we've learned from the failure in our future endeavors, right? But then there are no limits to how many times someone can fail. You get? So let's say you failed at something. Let's say you're planning to do something and you failed at it, and then you learn the lessons and try to implement it in something else you want to do. You could still fail again, right? Because just like I said, there are no limits number of times someone can fail. So, and because you haven't learned all the possible lessons there are in line with that particular endeavor, you could actually keep failing. So this is where mentorship comes into play. A mentor is like someone who is going to tell you, this is the right path, go through it. This is the wrong path, don't go through it, simply speaking. And this is someone who is experienced or well-versed in that particular area. Now, I don't know how people do it, but personally, I don't think you need one mentor for every area of your life. So you can have someone who mentors you financially, you can have someone who is your career mentor, you can have someone who is your relationship mentor, spiritual mentor, whatever area of your life that you want to grow. I mean, personally too, I feel like why I've not tried in some areas of my life is because I haven't found someone to mentor me in those areas. And I really think that mentorship is important. In fact, sometimes I consider myself lucky because I'm really surrounded by amazing people who I can always run to and say, oh, please, I'm having issues with this. What do you think I should do? How do you think I should go about it? The problem I think people have with mentorship is getting the person who you want to mentor you to be equally interested in you, because I don't think mentorship can work if it's a one-way thing. I also think that the person who is mentoring should be interested in the person who wants to be mentored. That way it's balanced, right? It's not a one-sided thing. And this is where the problem comes. When I was much younger, I remember approaching this lady and telling her, Ma, I really like you, I would like you to mentor me. She gave me her number, but moving on, I didn't even know what to say when I called her. I didn't know how to establish a conversation with her. So it was really difficult for me. Eventually, I think I lost the phone, and that was what there was to it. And the rest is history. So sometimes too, even when you're able to establish the first rapport and maintain communication, it usually takes time for these people to also want to reciprocate the same energy and invest their time in you. In fact, I am also guilty because I've had people come to me and say, Jennifer, I would like you to mentor me. And honestly, I am humbled by that. But at the same time, I feel like that's really lovely. But then sometimes moving on, I don't know what to say to them because these are people I didn't know before. I didn't have a relationship with them. I don't even know how to come into their life or, where to step in or what to do for them, basically. So it's usually difficult, I have to say. And I also think that you need to have a personal relationship with somebody. Not necessarily that the person has to be your best friend for the person to mentor you, but you need a relationship with this person so that this person can know how to approach you or how to be a part of your life. So for instance, I belong to a Christian organization, and one of the things they do is periodically they match us with people that would mentor us. So when I was in my preclinical class, I had someone that was paired with in a senior class that was supposed to mentor me. I was really excited about this, even though I knew I was going to find it a bit difficult to open up to an entire stranger and want to learn from this person that I didn't know from anywhere. I mean, I'm the last child of my parents and I have siblings who are grown and they're adults. So it's easier for me to relate with them. I can always go to them and ask them things I want to ask them or get clarifications about. And so it was just easier for me to go with my family, right? So having to interact with somebody that was not a member of my family was a big deal, right? But at the same time, it was a journey I was willing to make. And then I also had colleagues that were really big on their mentors, their mentors. I'm like, okay, wow, it's really be nice to have your own mentor and have an experience of what this is like. I remember reaching out to her, even going to her place at a certain time, but it was really difficult because she didn't know me from anywhere. So it might also be difficult for her to relate with me on my own level because she didn't know me, right? There were other people too who she was assigned to mentor, and I feel like she had a better relationship with them, partly because she knew some of them before then. So it was like they were building on an existing relationship. So that's part of the challenges I feel that comes with mentorship. But by and large, I think it's really important. And because we live in a time where everybody knows how it's done, everybody knows how to do it, especially when they're not the ones doing it. Everybody's a financial expert, life coach, relationship counselor, and all whatnot. And the worst part is that only experience they have in these things are based merely on social media and internet. They don't have any real life experiences. They didn't go to any classes. They didn't learn anything about these things. So they're just telling you because, oh, they've read something online and this is their own opinion on that. That's not what I'm talking about. If you're going to get a mentor, you have to find somebody who is well versed in a particular area. This person is succeeding, or someone who has succeeded in that particular area of your life that you want to grow. And it could also be a bit difficult because now there are young people who believe that they know more than older people. And I'm not trying to say that because someone is old, the person probably has more knowledge, not necessarily. But if somebody has stayed in a particular sector, in a particular field for a certain period of time, this person is likely going to have more knowledge in that field than somebody who is older, who is very new in that field, right? So rather than focusing on the person's age, maybe we should focus on the person's progress or how long the person has spent in that particular field. For example, let's say you want to start a business. You're likely to get more value from a 35-year-old who has been doing business successfully for the past 15 years than from a 50-year-old who is just beginning his journey in business, right? So I hope you get the point I'm trying to make. So here are some of the reasons why I think mentorship is very important. Number one is that it saves us from making avoidable mistakes, because now you're interacting with somebody who has walked that path. So you're getting first-hand information on things to envisage and how to tackle some of the challenges that are peculiar to that particular path that you're going through. The second thing is that it speeds up our learning process, because now you're learning from somebody who is very experienced. So rather than having to experience that by yourself, you're literally learning from this person's experience and you're implementing it in your own path. The third thing is that it increases our chances of growing faster, because now you've been able to avoid some of the mistakes that would have held you back or stagnated your growth. The fourth thing is that it just makes life easier, right? Because I have people in my life that I look at and I'm like, thank God this person is here, because now I'm learning firsthand from their own experiences. So I know things to skip, things to get myself involved in, and things to avoid. So it just makes life easier. Finally, mentors are not perfect people. They are human beings like us, and they have their own personal challenges. So when you find yourself a mentor, you're not going to expect that this person is going to be a demigod or that this person is here to solve all your problems. This person is here just for you to learn from his or her experience, right? So when they have their own challenges, you should be able to empathize with them and understand that this person is also human like you, and that they're not perfect because they also make mistakes. In as much as they're good in a particular field, they're also learning from other areas that you may not be aware of. And as a mentor, you'd always remember that service to humanity is the best work of life, and investing in humans, investing in people is a lifelong legacy, and you can't go wrong with that. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, you can give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Bye!